But in the end, it was a defeat to Arsenal on the opening Sunday of the new season for them. But can we safely say that for Cunha as a whole, that United shirt for him, because of his mannerism, because of his belief in himself, it's not going to weigh too heavily on his shoulders?
Well, only time will tell. You know, I think he's a good player. I do think he's a good player, but he'll have to score goals. You know, that three have got to work as a front three. If they just work as individuals, they'll have no chance.
Were you as impressed with that front three? Obviously, it was Mount in the middle of that front three as everyone else was.
I like Mount. I'm a big fan of Mount. I think hopefully if he does well this season, I think he gets back in the England squad. I think he's a very, very good player. But I just think they're individuals. Mount's not, but I think the two that they bought are more individual than team players. You know, they'll do stuff off the cuff, you know, and only time will tell. Only time will tell. I think he done some really good things in the game. He done some really good things. But when he beats the lads and he gets fortunate from the halfway line, Cunha, and he gets to the edge of the box, he hasn't got that, I've got to make the goalkeeper work here. It was like, I've done my hard work. I've just beat 3 or 4 players from the halfway line. That's where I think he needs to change his game up. But I do like him, and I think the fans will love him. But I don't know if they're going to score loads of goals, them two up front.
But what United need, Boydie, which they haven't had enough of in recent seasons, as a player who plays without fear. And he's exactly that, isn't he?
Yeah, but I think they've had it in the past as well. But it's like everything else. When you're at a big club and your performances drop, then all of a sudden people start to question you. I mean, he's got his move. He's obviously buzzing right now. But if it does go another, few games, he doesn't go on the score sheet, he doesn't create anything for his teammates, then all of a sudden, we've seen it before, where players start their Manchester United career well, and you think, well, here we go. This is going to be the saviour for them, because it's been so poor for a number of years. There is no doubt that the talent's there, and he's confident in his ability. You can tell that when you look at his performances at Wolves, and don't forget, he's already been at a huge football club in Atletico Madrid as well. So he's been there, he's done it. He's probably the Wolves move, get your career back on track. You had 3 seasons there. He will believe that he's arrived now at a football club that he can showcase his talents. He's definitely got it. But I mean, I'm similar to Merce. And Mbeumo and Cunha, they are very good players. But if you're a striker for Manchester United, and I know they're spent big on Sesko, I'm not sure how many opportunities they're creating for you, because they look to do a lot of things themselves. So for Manchester United, that number 9, I'll say it again, your goalkeeper, which Manchester United have got a problem with as well, and your number 9 is crucial. Sesko might turn out to be a good player for United, but I'm not sure if Mbeumo and Cunha create the opportunities for him to be a success.
By the way, Rayan Nouri is coming off for Man City. We'll go back to Clinton very shortly on that. But for you, Dors, picking up on Bryan Mbeumo's come in from Brentford. I mean, he was very, very tightly marked by Arsenal. They're very aware of what he can do as a player because of those London derbies. But overall, how positive a debut was it?
I was going to say great debut. It wasn't because they didn't win a football match and they lost too many. Lost 18 Premier League games last year. But I was really impressed with the front three of Mason Mount in with the new signings. I like them. I'm a big fan of Cunha. 15 Premier League goals at Wolves. I think he's got the X factor. And you see there he's running in behind. Boydie's saying about creating chances. I think they will create chances. Sesko's going to have to take them when he gets his opportunity to start. But I think it was a positive debutant for both of them. I really, really was. The only was, again, you become getting used to losing football matches, and we can't just say, oh, they played well. This is Manchester United. You have to win when you play well, and they lost too many games last year. But 2 good signings. I think they were going to improve them. Then again, anybody could have improved that Manchester United team that was out there last year. That's it. But like Cunha, like Mbeumo, 20 Premier League goals for Brentford last year. Big players, and they will improve them.
They drew with Arsenal not long ago at home 1-1. They lost. I mean, I know what all the fuss is. They lost 1-0. They drew with Arsenal. What was it? April towards the end of the season, 1-1. And then that was a late goal by Arsenal. And then all of a sudden they get beat 1-0, and everybody's waxing lyric about them.
I don't think the waxing lyric.
No, I'm not talking about you. I didn't say you.
No, I know, but I do think it's a positive.
People going mad, going, it's positive. How's it positive? They lost.
Yeah.
They lost.
I just think the improvements. That's what I said about losing 18
The bar's so low,
games.
isn't it? Though
The bar is so low.
Yeah, but
performance was better.
Arsenal last week, they weren't the best. They still went to Old Trafford and got 3 points. Manchester United, they were brilliant. They were the front three done really well. Never scored. didn't score, didn't win the game of football. And, I mean, if you're Manchester United and you want to get back, these are games that you need to start winning.
I think this game tomorrow's a big game for Man United. They need to win that game. Need to win that game because they need to start winning football matches. But, yeah, I thought they were better at the back, Man United. Do you know what I mean? But you've got to score goals. You've got to score goals. It's all about scoring goals. You know, and that's why I was shocked yesterday when Delap come off. They're 5-1 up, Chelsea. You bring
Give him game time.
Well, you want to score goals. You know, these two have got to get off the mark as quick as they can. You know, the lad at Liverpool's done it already.
Ekitike.
Yeah, he's done it. So, bang, tick the boxes. You know, Delap, I'm thinking, he could go 10 games now without scoring a goal. And he could, because you know what the Premier League's like, it's ruthless. And game comes after game, and he might be subbing a game, and that counts as an appearance, and people don't go, oh, he was subbed 4 times. They just go, oh, he played 10 times. I was shocked with that. These two have to get off the mark. I think this is a big football match for him tomorrow.
That's what you think with Fernandes, obviously being that further one forward than the two behind the main striker last season. It looked as if he's maybe going to be deployed in that central midfield role now.
I have to find a place for him on the pitch.
Yeah, 100%. But
Bruno, but they're going to be open. Yeah. They're going to be. I think Mount gives you legs. Do you know what I mean? He gives you energy.
Casemiro doesn't give you legs.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He gives you loads and loads of experience. The only thing is that I would say about the two up front, they can put the fear factor in you. I think Dawes will say if he was playing against him, he'd be panicky. Yeah. So it doesn't make teams go out and attack Man United like they used to attack Man United. I think they'll show them a little bit more respect.